Okay, getting started back on Bayonetta again. But this time it's not the movie. This time I'm more concerned about the game. What I'm concerned about, as far as the game goes, is we get Bayonetta original on PS3 and I think Xbox or Xbox 360, something like that. Regardless, we get the original, right? For all the PlayStation players out there. Now, when it comes to making part two, which was several years later, they get it on the Wii U and maybe the Nintendo Switch or one of the other handheld devices that Nintendo made. Now, answer me this if you can. Are we getting it sometime later? Are we getting it here in the next few days, here in the next couple months, next year perhaps? Are we not getting it at all? Now, they say that it's the publisher who makes, who decides who gets the game for what system. Now, also, I think that it's another source. I think that maybe Nintendo was just like, hey, you know what? PlayStation had the first Bayonetta. We think that it was real successful, so we want the second. Or we want to go behind their backs and make a second and not even give it to them. Well, y'all didn't even have the first game, so what makes you think that y'all should get the second? Like, that's what I'm tripping on. Nintendo didn't have the first game, so to any Nintendo players out there who might have Bayonetta, y'all might feel the same way that I feel. Y'all might feel the opposite of what I feel. But if y'all didn't have the first game, like, why should y'all have the second? Or y'all might feel this way. Y'all should have got the first game so y'all could have played the second and just been like, oh, okay, like, this is what happened in the first. This is what's happening in the second. This would explain why this is happening in this game because this happened in the past. Now, maybe as PlayStation and Xbox players, I don't own an Xbox, just so y'all know. Maybe we're getting something a little bit different. Maybe we're gonna get a 2-in-1. Maybe we're gonna get a box where we get, both the game, the original um and part two. Like, one disc is the full game of part one, the other disc is part two, or to be one disc that carries both games, and then maybe it'll come with a movie, or maybe it'll be a box with a three-parter in it, and then it'll have maybe it'll be something like you can get at GameStop. Maybe it'll be 3 games. No, I'm saying that wrong. I'm sorry. Or maybe it will. Maybe they will make a third Bayonetta. So maybe there'll be 3 games plus a Blu-ray plus a figurine or a statue or whatever. Who knows? But my point is, why should Nintendo get part two when we only have part one? Like, you need a starting point to get to a sequel, and a sequel is useless if you haven't. It's like jumping in a race, and you know what I'm saying. Like, you didn't start with the other racers, so why should you jump in ahead? It's kind of like cheating almost. I don't know. That might make sense. It might not. I mean, basically, you're jumping in where you shouldn't be in at. Like, yes, Bayonetta may have been the eye of Jubileus, what was she, the left eye of Jubileus or the right eye, something like that. Regardless of what eye she was, uh, Jean helped get her out, and after she got out, her and Jean both made a dark side of Jubileus, and then they destroyed it. They destroyed Jubileus. So it's like, we get how that one ended. They destroyed Jubileus, and then they destroyed Baldur, however you pronounce his name. Regardless, they destroyed the two of them, and it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't a bad, after I beat the game, I was like, I like this game. So I kept playing it and playing it. I took it back to the store once, and I went back and got it and played it again. And you know what I'm saying? That just became my favorite game for PlayStation. That's why I wanted it back, but I wanted it on PS4. And then I want 2, I want it on PS4. And then I want, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they'll make a 3 and put that on PS4. Now, no offense to Nintendo, honestly, because, I grew up playing Mario, Donkey Kong, and there's a lot of other games that they put on Nintendo and Super Nintendo and stuff like that. So, no offense to Nintendo. I mean, I even grew up playing, what is that? Smash Brothers and Pokemon Snap and stuff like that. And Mario 64, so no offense to Nintendo. I'm just mad that it's like, that they have what we started with. It's like it's just like when they take Sonic from Sega and put it on Nintendo, and then, they never get it back. Or every time we get a Sonic game for PlayStation, they always take it. Or every time that a Sonic game gets created, they always have to take it. Or when a Sonic game gets created, it's like, should we put it on Xbox? Should we put it on PlayStation? Should we make it exclusive for Xbox and PlayStation? Should we make it for all three systems? Or should we just give it to Nintendo? It's like, Nintendo rushed to take everything that we get or that we're about to get. And it's like, why? It's not a rush. It's not a race. Just chill. Like, there's nothing to, there's nothing to rush towards. Like I said before, I think it's coming from a totally different source. I think Nintendo saw what a success Bayonetta was, and then they just had to be like, okay, well, here's our Bayonetta. You know what I'm saying? It's exclusively for the Nintendo Wii. But I think something should be done about this. Anyway, I'm out.